We are live in 3, 2, 1. What's up, crew? This is your boy Brad down in the RPO BMX lab, and some new products had just dropped all the way from Tokyo, Japan, by a company or a gentleman named Makoto, who hand makes all of the parts and components for the company, for his own brand VRSM. And this is the second shipment I got in, and I just wanted to give you guys a little pointer on some of the components they make and some of the upgrades that you can use on your own bike, and they're pretty sweet. So right now we're going to be doing the VRSM These are the hub axle caps. They work with the 3/8 axle that goes on female profile hubs. Trying to get the angle there. You can see the VRSM engraving. These things are pretty sick. Have one of these left. This is the slummed headset cap. There you go. All right. We have a low rise, and we also have a brake cable adjuster. Here is the inside of the profile .3/8. So what I did was I went to Lowe's on multiple occasions in attempts to find these, which are the 3/8 chromo bolt, which is the same as the profile, and since they're American made, I got the American threads. And I don't recommend using this type of tool unless you're just loosening, and that is tightening. So first maneuver, we're going to be replacing this older area with a little bit of rust in here with a fresh new cap and bolt. And you have to be careful sometimes because these bolts are not as deep as some of these, especially the smaller ones. This one may be, but they're sometimes not as strong, so you definitely want to be a little careful with those. And we're going to start by taking one out. There you have it. We have a spacer. There's your profile. There you go. And that's what that looks like. Next, we're going to need grease. Very important protocol. Whenever metal is touching metal, even if there's Loctite on it, in my preference, I recommend grease. Gonna paint that a little bit. There, and we'll prep this one for the other side. There we go. And next, we are going to drop our bolt in there, see how nicely it fits. And then shoot it on in. And that's what she said. I may actually, after this, look a bit and find a washer that may have a wider outer diameter. However, this is more of an instructional. Now, when you go to put this in, if it doesn't spin right away, you definitely have the wrong threading. You may have M24, I believe, and you want American threading on this. It's a wider looking thread, and I'll show you the difference here. And Boom. Now, as for the threading that I was speaking about, and what's great is you still have these, which are also very nice. You could even use them on another female hub if you have an American threaded bolt. This will not go into most bolts that are made in Taiwan and use the metric system. But since Profile makes this in America, it is different. So, want to use that again? We are going to need not sure where I went. I'm looking. Voila. So, this would be your American threading. And let me compare this. So, there's your American thread. I mean, there's your metric thread. And there's the American threading. You can see the difference in the size. And it's funny because this is from a company, D's Nuts, and I found that they stripped very easily. So I was glad to find new ones. I did take me a minute to adjust the threading. However, I'm much more familiar with it now. So if you do plan to replace this, you will need this one to go into your old Profile cap, volcano washer, and that will go into any female hub made anywhere outside of the United States. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I will send you a picture of the build. Actually, I may do a bike check on it, but if you're interested in any of these Versus Me parts, you can also contact me on my Instagram account at rpobmxbtq at instagram.com. And I believe I may be the only dealer of these products right now in the US. And they only make as many as can be produced by hand by one man. And that man's name is Makoto, and I just want to say shout out, thank you, Versus Me, RPO BMX, Ryan Seacrest, out.